So very good morning. I think we stopped at traditional costing versus absorption costing, right? Now you must have written this with time, right? Have a look. Slowly, what is happening? From labor intensive, we are moving to what? Capital intensive industries. What I want you to understand is that the problem, now see, if you are a single manufacturer, like this cup, okay, right? I am only making this cup, single product, correct? In that case, would costing be a very big component of your what? Tell me, working in the administration department? Think about it. Single product. What do you think? Will you have a lot of tension that, sir, where this cost will go, how this cost will be allocated? We did a cost sheet, single product cost sheet, correct? Here, we took a cost sheet example here. Did you face a lot of problem understanding all this? Tell me. Problem कब आएगा? When will the problem come? Now see, here you have fixed production overhead of 36,000, correct? You know, sir, there is only one product, right? To that only it is attributable, correct? So where does your absorption costing or what? Tell me. So we have done a cost sheet, correct or not? Some format of the cost sheet. Did we first do the format of the cost sheet? Tell me. Have a look at the format of the cost sheet. आ जाओ जरा. Your prime cost, are you okay with prime cost? Tell me. Now see, logically speaking, your direct, what? Tell me, expenses is not something that I have seen too often in a prime cost. But you can never, what? Tell me, deny the fact that it will be what? Always not be there. 1% chance that it can come up. But generally, direct material, direct labor, direct expense, prime cost. Then your variable production overheads, correct? Gives you total production variable cost. Then fixed production overheads gives you total cost of production, correct? And then last but not the least is what? Non-production costs or what? Overheads. Variable non-production costs or overheads, right? And fixed non-production overheads. Have a look. Gives you total cost, right? Total cost plus whatever profits, correct, will be sales or selling price per unit, depending. If it is per unit, then it will be selling price per unit, right? Are we okay on this part? See, cost sheet gives you single, I have given heading single product cost sheet, correct or not? Right? Can you have multiple products working? हो सकता है. We are going to do things where multiple products will be involved, right? Now see, this traditional versus absorption costing comes into picture only when what? एक product चलेगा, या are you making different products and there are different overheads? Tell me. When will absorption or traditional costing का problem apply? Tell me. When will it be a real problem? बोलो. Will it be in a single product? Tell me. Now see, I'll tell you. Single product may I'll give you example. You don't have to write, correct? Let's say $100 is the selling price, correct? Minus 30 or 40 is variable cost. Gives you what? Tell me. Contribution of $70. अभी के लिए 1 minute के लिए hear me out, okay? Amuse me. Minus $20 example per unit, right? Is fixed cost, correct? This is one unit only, product A, right? So you are very clear, no, sir, $50 per unit is my profit. काम खत्म. बराबर है क्या? Tell me. But 1 minute. Where will traditional and or your absorption costing have a role? Sir, I have A, I have B, right? I have C. 3 products. Correct? सुन लो. 3 products, right? Sir, there is selling price 100, 200, 300. Sir, there is variable cost 50, 70, 85. Correct? So calculate contribution for all the 3. Tell me. 100 minus 50, 50. ये कितना होगा? 130. 300 minus 85, 115. Correct? नहीं, कितना आएगा रे? 215, no?
215.
215. Correct? And I say, sir, I cannot attribute the fixed cost to just one A or B or C. Example, sir, we don't only make Can you see this cup? Correct. Sir, we make what? This is what China matti. This is called chini matti. Correct. Chini matti ka cups. Correct. Right. We don't only make cups out of it. We make bottles also. Sir, we make plate also. We make XYZ 4 or 5 different products. Right. But sir, एक ही machine है. There is one machine through which all the production runs. Okay with it? Sir, all 4 or 5 products that are there run by the same machine, correct? And or machine or administration staff, sir, all is same for all the products. And sir, the fixed cost for all the products combined is $100,000. Is how much? Tell me. $100,000. How much it is? 100,000. Ab, if I ask you product wise profitability, A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever products you do. Product wise, if I ask profitability, then will there be a bit of problem? Bolo, bolo. Will there be a bit of problem? Yes. Sir, why? Because, sir, we can find the contribution here. Sir, we can find contribution, no tension. Correct or not? But, sir, the problem is what? Tell me. Sir, how to allocate this fixed cost between the 3 products? Big problem, sir. Am I on the right track? Tell me. The problem of what? Allocation of overheads. Generally, let's say these are fixed cost or overheads only, right? Indirect costs that are there. Direct costs which are attributable. Full variable cost. That means, sir, do you want to say production variable cost, that is prime cost, plus any production variable overheads, plus, sir, any non-production variable overheads? I hope you remember all the examples of non-production, production overheads. Tell me. All together making one grid of variable cost. So how to allocate this 100,000 between A, B and C is something that we are going to see. Correct. Now in fixed cost also, let's say you have 2 components. Example, you have rent 50,000, correct, and you have machine cost, correct, 50,000. बराबर है क्या? Now rent, I tell you, see what does traditional costing say? Sir, 100,000 no. Take what? Machine cost or machine hours. If I give you machine hours or labor hours here, right? Labor hours, let's say isko 10 hours, isko 15 hours, and here 20 hours per unit. Correct? That means a mix of how much? 10 is to 15 is to 20. Sir, full 100,000 take, divide by what? Total hours. Example, 10 plus 15 plus 20, right? 25 plus 20, 45. And attribute or what? Tell me, divide the 100,000 based on machine hour or labor hour basis. Correct? Complete karo sir काम. Correct? That was old system. Old system, what did it say? Tell me. Sir, take the fixed cost or overheads, right? Divided by the what? Tell me. 10 is to 15 is to ratio. Give it to all 3 products, right? And let it go. But when you went to analyze the fixed cost, now in absorption costing, you have rent 50,000, machine cost 50,000. बराबर है क्या? Tell me. Rent में you see that, sir, your A no uses 1,000 square feet of space, B uses 2,000 square feet of space, and C uses 2,500 square feet of space. So, sir, then it is better, no, instead of taking one rate or dividing this 100,000 into 10 is to 15 is to 20, whatever the machine hour basis is, sir, take a small part of it rent and divide it into how much area is used by A, B and C. That is a better cost driver. It drives the rent cost, right? It takes you to A, 1,000 square feet. Okay, sir, total our warehouse is how much? 4,500. 5,500 is the total warehouse, sir, out of which A uses what? 1,000. So 50,000 by 5,500 into 1,000, or 50,000 by 5,500 into 2,000 or into 2,500. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Tell me, are you getting it? Then machine cost, sir, then do you have machine hours? Yes. और machine setup cost है, so how many times you are setting up the machine, उस पे it will be based. See whether this makes a what? Tell me, basic, creates a basic what? groundwork for what? Traditional versus absorption costing. What do you say, Krishna? Tell me. Make
Yes, sir.
sense or does not make sense? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Everybody? Labdi, what do you say?
Makes sense.
Okay. Asmita? Okay. Woken up fully. Chai, coffee, done. Right? If you have problems with time, क्या? ऐसा कुछ problem है? Late, early? Tell me. Anyone? चलो, आज I have to, right, close today, tomorrow. First, tomorrow I will, what? One more day you can. So tomorrow I will close admissions for PM at least. Correct? चल, ठीक है. So if the time is okay, I'm more than happy with 7 to 10 wala scenario. Correct? I also get free by 10 a.m. Right? I have 10 to 7. I have an evening class of FM then. Right? Okay. Chal. Write down a note for this. Write down traditional costing. We have written heading, no? Traditional versus absorption costing. हाँ, लिखो नीचे. In a single product, manufacturing environment, most of now I've seen absorption and your traditional costing more of being very similar or very close to. Tell me, at least traditional ना manufacturing से बहुत line में. So in a single product manufacturing environment, right, there would not be a problem in allocating overheads as per traditional or absorption or activity based costing. The real issue arises when real issue arises when there is a multi-product environment, multi-product environment, and you have to allocate multiple costs या multiple overheads to multiple overheads या multiple fixed overheads लिखो fixed overheads to various products using a suitable cost driver. Correct? Suitable cost driver. ये अभी I'll after the class send you the notes वो BPP Kaplan वगैरह whatever we have, right? I'll send you the soft copies that we are going to use. Last quarter का ही है, right? Probably have it with you, correct? So we can easily reference everything, correct? Or is it better, right? What is better? Tell me. We opening the book and doing it, or me taking a screenshot of the book and putting it up in the notes? ज़्यादा better क्या है? Tell me.
A screenshot of the book.
Labdi, what do you say? One vote in screenshot. Tell me. You have the book with you, no doubt. Okay. What I could do is we could reference it with page number. In case you have to look at the answer, right? So हम लोग लिखेंगे BPP page number this. So whenever you are solving, like example I have what taken a screenshot here for practice of traditional versus ABC. देखो, right? So this is from, just show you the book as well, correct? Here, have a look. नहीं इधर नहीं, एग्जाम नहीं है, स्टडी टेक्स्ट है. हाँ, have a look here. Comparing what? Absorption costing and ABC. Here, this is the question that I have taken. So can I say soft copy page number 63? So I will say what? Will this work? Tell me. I'll give you these notes, so no worries. The notes that I have given you, right? Chal. Right. Now let's go to the question. Now see, we could write our own question. We could do everything on our own, but this will save a bit of time. या एक काम करते हैं, पहला एक क्वेश्चन एटलीस्ट खुद पे लिखते आ जाओ. Smaller, better example. Correct. Write down example on traditional versus ABC. Correct. आ जाओ. Write down example. Company A has a production line producing 3 products. A, B, C. ठीक है. Sales, yeah, better. Selling price per unit. Selling price per unit $15, $18, $16.5. Correct. Direct material per unit 5 feet, 7 feet, 6 feet. Direct labor per unit 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 hours. नीचे लिखो direct material is equal to $2 per feet, comma, direct labor is equal to $5 per hour. Fixed cost. नहीं, 1 मिनट रुको. फिक्स कॉस्ट लिखा है ना आपने, ठीक है. चलो, मटेरियल रिसीविंग कॉस्ट, डायरेक्ट मटेरियल या मटेरियल रिसीविंग कॉस्ट लिखो. मटेरियल रिसीविंग कॉस्ट. ये फिक्स कॉस्ट के सारे 2-3 कंपोनेंट है. करेक्ट. मटेरियल रिसीविंग कॉस्ट, राइट. देन यू हैव व्हाट? ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट. करेक्ट. ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट हो गया. मटेरियल, ये हो गया क्वालिटी कंट्रोल कॉस्ट. quality check costs. And dispatch cost. ठीक है, material dispatch cost या sales dispatch $7,000, correct. Additional detail, A, B, C. Number of material receipts, $50, $30, $20. Quality control या quality check done, या quality check batches लिखो better. ये number of orders received है, right? Number of sales orders, calculate total cost per unit based on traditional costing. चलो, tell me, based on traditional costing method. अभी आई एम जस्ट पुटिंग अ बर्ड्स आई व्यू टू द क्वेश्चन. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट इट. पहले तो एक निकालो, हाउ मच इज टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट. इधर फिक्स कॉस्ट टोटल कितना है? कचरा से टोटल 14 and 12, 26 and 5 कितना है रे बाबा टोटल?
21,000.
20 नहीं, 31,000. नो, 7, 14 and 12. Have you written down the question? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now how much is the total cost? 31,000. Right?
31.
Okay. So now how do you go about with traditional costing method? For whatever I have done up till now, how do you think we should, what? Tell me. Divide it between 3 products. Now one thing I have not given. What I have not given? Sales unit I have not given. No? Have I given sales unit? Then how to divide, right? How to divide 31,000? Based on what? Bolo bolo. Yes, Labdi. Based on what should I divide the 31,000? In traditional costing method.
Direct
Correct.
labor hours.
Direct labor hours. But that is what? Tell me direct labor hours 2:3:2.5. Correct. Can we divide it between that? Right. Considering sales are not given, right? Equal sales will happen, right? But if I give sales, right? Will you be better able to find out the total number of hours, right? So लिखो traditional costing method, right? Assuming sales of A is 2000 units, B is 3000 units, C is 2750 units. अब how you will do it? How will you do it now? देखो सिंपल है. Ask the company in traditional costing, sir, how many or what will be the cost driver for the total fixed cost? Correct. पहले तो total fixed cost define कर लो. How much is total fixed cost? Tell me. 31,000. बराबर है. And ask the company that, sir, how many hours total, or find two things can be used in what? Tell me your traditional costing. Either you could use what? Total labor hours. Correct. If sales are given, you can use total labor hours. Not given, you could use 2:3:2.5. Correct. First we discuss that if sales are not given. Correct. Then if sales are given, then find the total direct labor hours. Can you find the total direct labor hours? Bolo. How will you find total direct labor hours? How will you find it?
Sales
2000
into
Multiplying
sales into hours.
right? Now here also sales is equal to what? If I have nothing given, can you assume sales is equal to production? Think about it.
Yes, sir.
What do you say? See, I am trying to see what will happen every time is whenever you read sales, whenever you read sales, you have to always question your mind, are sales and production different? That is what psychology I'm trying to build in your brain, right? In any question, sales से अरे सर production same है, sale and production is the same, then only can you use it against direct labor. ऊपर देखो, actually direct labor is against what? Sales or production? बोलो.
Production.
Production. But sir, production not given, only sales given. What is the basic assumption?
It is based on sales.
Means sales is only equal to production. There is no opening closing inventory. So no, that is how things work out. नहीं तो if you keep on what going ahead, ये base अगर clear नहीं है, going ahead you will be very confused. Correct. I am trying to build a what robust thinking system. Correct. So चलो, can we first calculate? Tell me total fixed cost is how much? Tell me.
31,000.
$31,000. Correct. Therefore, total number of direct labor hours are how much? Tell me. Sir, see, 2000 units of A require how many hours? Tell me.
2 hours.
2 hours. Right. This is A ka plus 3000 into B requires how many hours? Tell me.
3 hours.
3 hours. Plus C requires how many? 2.5. So plus 2750 into 2.5. Add all of them together. Scientific calcimate is easy to do. Use the brackets. Correct. Do it. बोलो. A plus B plus C. Krishna, how much is it?
19,875.
19,875. Okay,
Yes,
hours.
sir.
Correct. Therefore, overhead एब्सॉर्प्शन रेट बोलते हैं इसको, ओवरहेड एब्सॉर्प्शन रेट, OAR, राइट। ओवरहेड एब्सॉर्प्शन रेट कतरा से, see $31,000 sir should be divided to 19,875 hours. So how many dollars per hour? बोलो।
1.5.
1.56.
1.56
हाँ,
up to 2 decimal points, tell me, rounded up to 2 decimal points, ठीक है क्या? चलो, now do you have the direct, एक मिनट, right? Now we want what? Do we want contribution profit or do we only want total cost per unit? Tell me, right? So can I do this? This is the answer. So I'll just change the color of this and we'll make a cost sheet as per traditional method. Baba ruk ja. See, the biggest problem I have seen, no, with students, right, is what? Tell me. To interpret so much data and take out extracting data from that question, right? Now let's do the cost sheet, total cost unit or total cost per unit. आ जाओ, total cost per unit calculation, right? अब चलो A, B, C, ठीक है। चलो, tell me how much is direct material per unit. अभी total cost है ये, direct material per unit. How much is it? Tell me. For A, how much is it? For B, how much is it? For C, how much is it? बोलो।
10,
Is it
14,
$5?
12.
5, क्या क्या क्या?
5
Tell
into
me.
2,
5
7
feet,
into 2.
right? Into $2 per feet, correct? Then how much is it? 7 feet into how much? $2 per feet, correct? And at the end, how much it is? 6 into 2, 6 feet. So bolo A, B, and C. A is how much? $10 per unit. B is how much? $14. C is how much? $12.
Right.
Direct labor per unit, how much is it? Bolo. Direct labor per unit, bolo. 2,
2
3,
hours
2.5.
into $5.
हाँ, 2 into $5, 3 into $5, and so have a look at this. 5 feet into $2, 7 feet into $2, 6 feet, all the three into $2, then 2 hours into $5, 3 hours into $5, 2.5 into $5. Chalo, tell me how much it is. देखो, I am doing 2 into 2 hours into how much? Tell me. $5, correct? Then इधर कितना है भाई? 3 into $5, correct? 3 hours. And last is what, Baba? 2.5 hours into $5. Tell me how much is it? First $10. Then
10,
here how much it is? 15. And how much it is here, Baba?
12.5.
Correct. Then I will ask what? Overhead. Fixed overheads. Fixed overhead. आराम से. Fixed overhead, have you already found a rate? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Fixed overhead, already you have found a rate. Tell me. What is the rate?
1.56.
$1.56 per direct labor hour, correct? So $1.56 per hour into how many hours? Tell me. For
2
product
hours.
A, 2 hours. Then $1.56 per hour into how many hours have you used for 3 hours?
3.
And then how much last? 1.56 into how many hours? 2.5 hours.
2.5.
Chalo. So how much is it? बोलो 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 बोलो।
3.12.
पहले इसमें 3.12, सेकंड में 4 point something,
4.68.
4.68.
last one
3.9.
3.9. Add all of them. How much is total cost per unit? बोलो. Total cost per unit.
$23.12.
23.12. 14 plus 15 plus 4.68. How much is it?
33.68.
Last but not the least.
28.
12.5 and 3.9. How much?
28.4.
$28.4. Right? If I have not given, but if I had written sales here, how much is selling price per unit? Tell me. 1518 छोड़ दो. Don't take the selling price. ठीक है. ओके, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. ठीक है. टोटल कॉस्ट सब जगह लॉस ही आता. करेक्ट, बट इट विल नॉट बी सेट. राइट. ओके, क्या देखो जरा. एनी प्रॉब्लम विद दिस?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now let us move to activity based costing. Right. But before I go ahead, can we derive a formula for overhead or fixed cost absorption rate? Bolo. What is the formula? Tell me, what did you take in the numerator? Aja zara. What did you take? 31,000. What is 31,000? Total fixed
Total
cost
fixed cost.
or overheads, whatever it is. Total fixed cost or overheads divided by 1 minute. One option is what? Labor hours. Total labor hours. Total labor hours. Now your machine is not given, or else machine hours. Correct. Or else if total not given, right? Correct. Total labor hours not given, total machine hours not given, right? Maybe we could say total hours per production run. Means what? Sir, one production run of A, B and C will do how many hours? 2 plus 3 plus 2.5, right? This is a rare situation. ये जो है, this is a rare situation. Rare. Generally sales are given to you. Correct. This is a rare situation. Very rare situation. Correct. Very rare situation. Okay with it? Tell me. Write down overhead or fixed cost absorption rate. Now write, this is first question A. Now you don't have to write it again. I am just copy pasting it again. For me to use this data, we need it again below here, right? Chalo. Now see, I could have easily saved time and done this on Excel. But if I do this on Excel, no, right? You will not get the feel of how to do it, how to analyze data, interpret data, and fulfill the what. Now see, nowhere in MA, oh sorry, FM, oh sorry, PM, are you going to get this? This is MA thing that I'm doing, correct? Aja, company has a production line producing 3 products, correct? Aja. Write the B question below whatever you have written. Write B question. Calculate total cost per unit using activity based costing. activity based costing, right? अब एक minute, in your main question also tell me, take a different colored pen. 5,000 material receiving cost, should you divide on direct labor basis, R basis, or is it better dividing from any of these additional details? Bolo.
Additional details.
Which part or which is a better cost driver? Which is a better cost driver or material receiving costs? Tell me.
Material receipt.
Number of material receipts, correct or not? Right. So 5,000, right, should be divided in the ratio of what? 50, 30, 20. बराबर है क्या? Tell me. अब इधर प्रॉब्लम क्या होगा? What will be the problem here? Right? Here have I given you, see, sales आपको दे दूं, correct? Can you find per unit cost? इधर वो एक प्रॉब्लम होगा. Tell me. Can you find the per unit cost? अभी per unit कैसा निकालोगे? Tell me. 5,000 आपने डिवाइड कर दिया, पर यूनिट कैसा निकालोगे? सेल्स. तो शुड आई गिव द सेल्स टू यू? टेल मी. राइट, assuming sales as above. तो देखो काम बढ़ गया क्या? टेल मी. हैज द वर्क इंक्रीज? एक मिनट, डिवाइड दिस 5,000 बिटवीन ए बी एंड सी. टेल मी कितना आएगा? ए बी एंड सी में 5,000 को डिवाइड करो. एग्जाम्पल, डोंट डू इट स्ट्रेट अवे. ए बी एंड सी में डिवाइड करो 5,000 को. लेट्स से मटेरियल रिसीविंग कॉस्ट.
ए में तो 100.
क्या 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 मैडम? 5,000 को
में
डिवाइड कर रहा हूं मैं.
2,500.
हाँ, 2,500, 1,500, right? And how much? Tell me. 1,000. Correct. Now उसके नीचे आपको सेल्स लगाना पड़ेगा. सेल्स कितना है? ए का 2,000, 3,000, 2,750. चलो, तो now if I ask you, tell me what is the material receiving cost per unit? बट अगर आप प्रोडक्शन यूनिट देता तो मटेरियल रिसीविंग कॉस्ट प्रोडक्शन यूनिट्स पे लेते कि सेल यूनिट पे लेते?
Production.
प्रोडक्शन, राइट. दिस साइकोलॉजी हैज टू बी बिल्ड अप. आगे इतना यूज होगा ना आपको, यू विल नॉट इवन अंडरस्टैंड. सो टेल मी, मटेरियल रिसीविंग कॉस्ट पर यूनिट हाउ मच? बोलो.
1.2.
1.25. हियर हाउ मच इट इज? 0.5. ये डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा. 1,000 divided by 2,750, how much is that?
0.36.
36, right? So abhi you have to do this, correct? But will you have to do it what? For every cost, the 4 costs that are given? Tell me. Now what I will do is, right, 1 or 2 cost मैं करता हूँ, 3, 4 homework. Will you be able to handle or not be able to handle? Tell me. What do you say, Krishna? Tell me. Will you be able to handle?
Yes,
Aja.
sir, we can.
First, let me write it properly. Let me write the what? Process first, correct? Write down. After this, write the answer. Here, you have to go into the question, right? And फॉलो द स्टेप्स बिलो। ये स्टेप्स का आंसर हो गया। Identify the total fixed cost. Yeah, identify the total overheads. Total overheads. And the breakup of total overheads. That is various component, various overhead costs. Example क्या था? Material handling या material receipts, etc. Second, find a suitable cost driver to allocate the costs. Allocate the overheads identified above. ये बराबर है क्या? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Identified above. Find a suitable cost driver, right? Allocate each overhead to the appropriate or as per the appropriate allocate each overhead to each overhead as per the appropriate cost driver. Appropriate as per the appropriate cost driver. काम खत्म। Tell me. 3 स्टेप ही बस है। फोर्थ में if you want find per unit तो right per overhead or overhead allocated divided by production unit or sales unit depending on what, tell me, लिख ही लो, right? If per unit cost is to be found out, right? What should you do? Overhead allocated total या overhead in totality ऐसा लिखो, totality to a product ऐसा लिखो, divided by production unit और sales unit, right? ब्रैकेट में लिखो डिपेंडिंग ऑन नेचर ऑफ ओवरहेड। बराबर बोल रहा हूं ना? टेल मी। डिपेंडिंग ऑन नेचर ऑफ ओवरहेड, टेल मी। एवरीबॉडी ओके विद इट? टेल मी। डिपेंडिंग ऑन नेचर ऑफ ओवरहेड। अगर नेचर ऑफ ओवरहेड इज प्रोडक्शन यूनिट्स, देन दिस तो सेल्स यूनिट, करेक्ट? तो एक वर्किंग कर लो, 2 वर्किंग्स वी कैन डू टुगेदर, ओके? आ जाओ, 2 वर्किंग्स कैन वी डू टुगेदर? हाँ। सो write down material receiving cost per unit calculation, correct? So सबसे पहले MRC per unit, how will you find out? Tell me. Total material receiving cost is how much? 5,000 divided by what should I do? 50 plus 30 plus 20 कितना है बाबा? ये पर यूनिट है या पर मटेरियल रिसीट है? देखो हाँ, मटेरियल रिसीट कॉस्ट पर यूनिट मत लिखो, या चलो इधर पर यूनिट ही फाइंड आउट कर लेते हैं, राइट। पहले मटेरियल रिसीट कॉस्ट पर मटेरियल रिसीट निकाल रहे क्या, ऐसा लिखो, पर मटेरियल रिसीट। हाँ बोलो कितना आएगा, 5000 बाय 100 है, तो पर मटेरियल कितना, $50 पर मटेरियल रिसीट। बराबर। अब ए में मटेरियल रिसीट कितने हुए हैं सर, 50 मटेरियल रिसीट इंटू $50 पर मटेरियल यूनिट, यानी $2500। बी में कितना, पहले सर 30 मटेरियल रिसीट्स इंटू $50 पर मटेरियल रिसीट्स, $1500। सी में कितना, टेल मी, 20 मटेरियल रिसीट्स इंटू $50 गिव्स यू व्हाट, $1000। अब पर यूनिट कैसा निकालोगे, टेल मी। नाउ यू विल से MRC per unit of production, yeah, sales. How will you do it, tell me. A, $2500 divided by what, tell me.
Sales units.
Huh?
Sales.
Sales, so sales is how much, 2000 units, कितना आएगा, tell me.
1.25.
$1.25। अभी पर मटेरियल रिसीट है या पर यूनिट है, टेल मी।
Per unit.
Per unit.
यूनिट। नाउ आर यू गेटिंग क्लियरर कि करना क्या है, टेल मी। नाउ सेकंड यू हैव व्हाट,
Yes.
1500 divided by how many units do you have, sales unit of B,
3000.
3000, $0.5 per unit. The problem is when you go to PM, you eliminate all this, no? Start with PM. You do what? Sir, direct what? Direct we do break-even point analysis, right? A lot of faculties do that. Directly, sir, practical उधर से ही शुरू करने का, right? There's no point to it. Okay. 1500 by 3000. Last क्या है बाबा? Tell me. 1000 by 2750. Some 0.36 you got, no? Right. Now other three plus total cost का what, per unit का table of ABC, will you be able to handle? एक minute, let me do this what, cost driver allocation. आ जाओ, ordering cost should be what, tell me. Number of material receipt, number of order received,
Order.
number of orders received, correct. Quality check with what, number of quality check batches. Dispatch cost or sales dispatch cost should be to number of sales order. वो कर लो, correct. Then total निकाल के first allocate the cost, then divide it by the sales. Now see, you could have done this by a smaller table method. कर सकते थे क्या, सुनो, I did ABC individually, correct. You could have done it in a better way. Let me give you what, आ जाओ. So you could have done a table A, B, C, ठीक है. एक और कर देता हूँ, right. What is that ordering cost, 7000. What I will do, I will make a total का column also here, correct. Total, correct. Then I will say what, orders, ordering cost or whatever order cost. How much is total order cost, बोलो. Total order cost कितना है, 7000, right. Which I want to divide in what ratio, बोलो. 10:5:9. So 10, 5 and 9. Total कितना होगा बाबा, tell me. Total कितना है,
24.
right, 24. Number of orders, correct. अब order cost divide. Now what you'll do, 7000 divided by 24, this divided by this, whatever answer you get, multiply by 10, multiply by 5, multiply by 9. This is a better way. Then you get sales written down below, and then you get what? Ordering cost per unit. ढांचा बना लो. Make the framework. You can like this only solve, other two also. This also you can solve on your own, and the other two also you can solve on your own. Okay. Now then, what I have given this question, can you do for homework?
Yes, sir. But what about the direct material and direct labor?
वो तो पर यूनिट दिया हुआ है ना, ऊपर किया ना, डायरेक्ट मटेरियल डायरेक्ट लेबर पर
तो
यूनिट नहीं
उसको
किया क्या ऊपर
हाँ
किया ना,
देन हाँ
वो वहां से कॉपी कर लो.
ओके सेम है.
तो ये प्रैक्टिस की जगह पे आई पुट अप होमवर्क. ठीक है. सी टेल मी, थोड़ा सा अंडरस्टैंडिंग में यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द फैक्ट दैट व्हेन यू राइट द फुल क्वेश्चन एंड डू द फुल क्वेश्चन, थोड़ा सा व्हाट आई वांट टू से, वेयर प्रैक्टिकल में यू विल हैव अ डिस्कनेक्ट. सुनो जरा, राइट. हियर यू हैव रिटन द फुल क्वेश्चन, you are solving the full question, right? Will you have a better understanding rather if you had just read this? ये लेता अगर, correct, you had read the data and we had done the question, where will you have more better understanding of the concept? वो बोलो मेरे को. That's what I want to know. Tell me, writing the whole question and then doing the answer is better, or looking at the question and doing the answer is better? Maybe 1-2% here and there, but is there a difference? Tell me. Understanding में, when you do it on your own, write the whole question, write the whole answer, थोड़ा सा better understanding. This is the same thing, right? कुछ ज्यादा difficult है नहीं. But there is one problem here. Okay, go through the question for a minute, just read it. मेरा question क्या है? Traditional तो you will take care. Traditional में what should you use? If given a preference, should you use direct labor hours or machine hours? What is a better assumption? Tell me.
मशीन आर.
Machine hours, correct? ठीक. So write down here in the note wherever you have done the formula किया आपने, formula OAC, overhead absorption cost, correct? ऊपर in traditional costing, tell me. Say first preference 1, या इसको preference 2 रहता है और इसको preference 1 रहता है, correct? If both are given in a question, you would prefer what? Machine hour over labor hours any day. Okay. Now come back to the question. So chalo, that means if in traditional costing you will do it by total machine hours, right? Traditional costing. But now let's go one more step ahead. Abhi there is a googly that I am asking you. Chalo, material handling cost will be dependent on what? Material handling cost. Now see, there is a cost driver here. Number of production runs. There is a cost driver here, direct labor hours, correct? And there is a cost driver here, machine hours per unit, right? What is material handling cost? What is the appropriate cost driver for this? Tell me. क्या लगता है? Number of production runs, direct labor, material cost per unit. Material cost also, अभी cost बोला है, output units also could be one way. Tell me. चलो वो छोड़ो, expediting and scheduling cost based on what cost driver?
Number of production.
Number of production and setup cost. Production.
Number
A
of production.
short run variable cost.
Labor.
Labor. या machine.
Machine.
तो cost driver identification भी तो बहुत बड़ा problem है. Tell me. See now, can I say setup cost? Setup काय का होता है? Sir, every production run that goes, every production run you have to set up. So logically this is what? Tell me, setup cost में production run, right? Sir, expediting and scheduling cost. You schedule a production run, correct? Expedite a production run. Logically, production runs. ठीक है. Material handling. Sir, material handling थोड़ा dicey है, correct? Come to the answer for a second. आ जाओ जरा. Is the question visible to you from the book? Tell me. Right? आ जाओ जरा. In the part of what? Tell me. देखो जरा. Everything else they have done on what? Production runs. Now see what is happening. Material handling also. Sir, every production we have to handle the material. चलो मटेरियल हैंडलिंग. मेरे को ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. मेरा प्रॉब्लम यहां आता है. एट अ व्हाट ओवरहेड विच इज नॉट एट्रीब्यूटेबल टू प्रोडक्शन रन. अभी शॉर्ट रन वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. हैव दे सेड इट इज डिपेंडिंग टू और डिपेंड्स ऑन प्रोडक्शन, डायरेक्ट लेबर और मशीन आवर्स. बोला है कुछ? नहीं बोला. हाउ डू यू डू दिस? फिर इस केस में सर गो टू व्हाट? ट्रेडिशनल कॉस्टिंग. ट्रेडिशनल कॉस्टिंग क्या बोलता है? टेल मी. गो टू लेबर नहीं तो मशीन. उसमें भी फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस टू व्हाट? टेल मी.
Machine.
करेक्ट. समझ में आ रहा है? टेल मी. सर नहीं है. देयर इज नो सुटेबल कॉस्ट ड्राइवर. देयर इज नो एक्टिविटी दैट इज डायरेक्टली एट्रीब्यूटेबल टू द कॉस्ट. कोई बात नहीं. गो टू द डिफॉल्ट एक्टिविटी. करेक्ट हो ना? चल वन मोर क्वेश्चन. देखो जरा इधर मशीन आर से 3080 को डिवाइड किया है क्या? टेल मी. ओके. कम टू वन मोर क्वेश्चन दैट यू कुड सॉल्व टुडे फॉर होमवर्क. आ जाओ जरा. हैव अ लुक. देखो जरा. दिस क्वेश्चन आल्सो यू हैव टू डू. आई विल नॉट पेस्ट द अभी. आई जस्ट वांट टू आइडेंटिफाइंग कॉस्ट ड्राइवर. ठीक है. आ जाओ. अभी वही दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. आ जाओ. मशीनिंग 55,000. ये देखो ये टोटल ओवरहेड्स है. दिस इज टोटल ओवरहेड्स. करेक्ट. राइट. आराम से. मशीनिंग $55,000. राइट. व्हाट इज अ बेटर कॉस्ट ड्राइवर? देखो कॉस्ट ड्राइवर डेटा क्या है? लेबर आवर्स पर यूनिट मशीन से रिलेटेड है क्या? टेल मी. डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड? नो. मशीन आवर्स पर यूनिट मशीनिंग से. ठीक है. स्टिल गो अहेड. सर नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन रन्स. मशीनिंग विथ नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन हो सकता है. राइट. नंबर ऑफ कंपोनेंट रिसीट एंड नंबर ऑफ कस्टमर ऑर्डर. अभी चलो कॉस्ट पे. मशीनिंग लॉजिकली किस पे? अरे एक डायरेक्ट मशीन कॉस्ट है. देखो इधर डायरेक्ट मशीन कॉस्ट भी है. इधर लेबर आवर्स है क्या? लेबर आवर्स पर यूनिट. डायरेक्ट मटेरियल कॉस्ट, सेल प्राइस. करेक्ट. फिर प्रोडक्शन. अरे सर देन मशीन तो शुड बी बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट? टेल मी. ये मशीन आवर्स पर यूनिट क्या? टेल मी. बराबर है. मशीन आवर्स पर यूनिट. क्वालिटी कंट्रोल एंड सेटअप कॉस्ट. सेटअप आ गया, क्वालिटी कंट्रोल आ गया. टेल मी. बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट?
Production run.
नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन रन्स. चलो ठीक है. नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन रन्स यानी एक मिनट. आई शुड डू लाइक दिस. मशीन आवर्स 90,000 प्रोडक्शन रन्स. रिसीविंग किस पे?
Component receipts.
Component
Number of
receipt.
component receipts. Packing. You pack only what? Tell me. The orders that have to be dispatched. तो क्या करोगे? Number of
Customer.
customers. Are you trying to understand or are you getting what I'm trying to say? बोलो. See whether this makes sense or not. Right? ये क्वेश्चन भी मैनेज कर लोगे. सेम कट कॉपी पेस्ट क्वेश्चन है. Not something that is different or difficult. Correct. आउटपुट भी दिया हुआ है. राइट. आउटपुट यूनिट्स. राइट. तो आई विल से व्हाट? पेज 65 बीपीपी होमवर्क. लास्ट क्वेश्चन एक है इधर. आ जाओ. वन क्वेश्चन हियर. देखो जरा. यूनिट, बैच, प्रोडक्ट, फैसिलिटी, सस्टेनिंग, कॉस्ट ड्राइवर एनालिसिस. दिख रहा है क्या? देखो. आ जाओ जरा. दिस वी कैन सॉल्व हियर राइट नाउ. आ जाओ. Number of production match the most appropriate cost driver. Correct. In the each sheet. Machine setup cost. किससे ज्यादा डायरेक्टली एट्रीब्यूटेबल है? टेल मी।
Machine
प्रोडक्शन
hours.
सेटअप्स, 1 मिनट मैडम आराम से। प्रोडक्शन रन, सेटअप, मशीन आर और ऑर्डर्स एग्जीक्यूटेड। मशीन सेटअप कॉस्ट।
Number of
Number of
setups.
production.
Setup.
हाँ, 1 मिनट रुको। मशीन ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट is directly attributable to production runs, machine hours और orders executed. चलो एक मिनट इसका आपको क्या लग रहा है? नंबर ऑफ व्हाट? टेल मी सेटअप्स। इसमें किसी को प्रॉब्लम है? टेल मी। स्टिल लेट्स बी टेंटेटिव अबाउट इट। ऑपरेटिंग में is it actually related to the number of hours machine is operated, or is it related to number of hours machine is set up, or is it related to number of production runs?
Machine hours.
क्या? मशीन
Machine
आवर्स,
hours.
मशीन सेटअप कॉस्ट मशीन आवर्स से रिलेटेड है। तो
No,
फिर
machine
मशीन
operating
ऑपरेटिंग
cost.
कॉस्ट। हाँ, तो
Machine
मशीन
operating
ऑपरेटिंग
cost.
कॉस्ट, आराम से गड़बड़ मत करो। मशीन सेटअप कॉस्ट इज रिलेटेड टू नंबर ऑफ सेटअप्स, नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन रन्स, नंबर ऑफ मशीन आवर्स और नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर्स एग्जीक्यूटेड। टेल मी दैट आराम से।
Number of setup.
हाँ, मशीन ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट राइट। अब अगर सेटअप्स यूज हो गया है तो प्रोडक्शन रन, मशीन आवर्स या नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर एग्जीक्यूटेड। अब
Machine
सर
hours.
1 मिनट, मशीन ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट मशीन आवर्स, तो नंबर ऑफ मशीन आवर्स। ठीक है, बराबर है क्या? देन मटेरियल हैंडलिंग एंड डिस्पैच किससे?
Number of
हैंडलिंग
orders
एंड
executed.
डिस्पैच, हाँ,
Orders
Number of orders
executed.
executed.
ऑर्डर्स एग्जीक्यूटेड। ओके, एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लिस्ट, व्हाट इज इट? टेल मी।
Production run.
क्वालिटी इंस्पेक्शन, प्रोडक्शन रन्स, प्रोडक्शन रन्स। चलो जरा आंसर चेक करें क्या? टेल मी, कैन वी चेक द आंसर? आ जाओ, देखो जरा, आर वी ऑन द राइट ट्रैक? सेटअप, मशीन आवर्स, ऑर्डर्स एग्जीक्यूटेड, प्रोडक्शन रन। मेक सेंस? आर यू गेटिंग अ हैंग ऑफ थिंग नाउ? जितना मोर एमसीक्यूज यू विल सॉल्व, द मोर यू विल गेट बेटर, राइट? ओके, व्हाट डू यू से कृष्णा? टेल मी।
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me go one more step ahead. Now are you getting a bit comfortable with calculation of what per unit cost, total cost, फिर in totality cost, ये सब better? So now right, cost sheet हो गया। अब चलो variable, fixed cost and other aspects, correct? ठीक है, चलो आ जाओ। Have we already done that type of cost based on behavior? Tell me, right? वो behavior में what we had done? Go back, fixed, एक तो variable, then there was semi variable, then there was what? Tell me,
Step fixed.
बोलो।
Step fixed.
And step fixed, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम किसी को? Tell me, right? ठीक है, right? चल, so write down variable costs and fixed costs relationship. Whenever we do ट्रेडिशनल, और अब थोड़ा सा एक सेकेंड, ट्रेडिशनल में चलो, हैव यू फाउंड टोटल कॉस्ट पर यूनिट? देखो जरा इधर, दिस वन, राइट, लिखो। Whenever we do traditional or ABC costing, activity based costing, whatever you want to say, we generally focus on total cost per unit, right? Full stop. But we need to move ahead into marginal costing. ये जो हम करते ना, यू सी सेल्स माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट गिव्स यू कंट्रीब्यूशन, कंट्रीब्यूशन में से टोटलिटी में फिक्स कॉस्ट यू डिडक्ट, राइट, एंड यू गेट व्हाट? प्रॉफिट्स। बराबर बोल रहा हूं? डू यू रिमेंबर ऑल दिस? टेल मी। सेल्स माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट गिव्स यू कंट्रीब्यूशन, एफएम में किया था, याद है क्या? दैट इज नथिंग बट मार्जिनल
Yes, sir.
कॉस्टिंग, राइट? But we need to move ahead into marginal costing, where we divide the cost into variable costs. Just a second. Just a second. चल आ जाओ, where we divide the cost into variable costs and fixed cost. Also, a cost sheet divides the cost in production, non-production. But in marginal costing analysis, will be done on total variable costs, that is production plus non-production, and total fixed cost, that is production plus non-production both. Correct? Have a look. Make sense? अभी सब कुछ भूल जाओ, प्रोडक्शन, नॉन प्रोडक्शन, एवरीथिंग. हाँ, but you have to keep what in mind? You have to ask yourself whether it is variable or whether it is fixed. Whether it is variable, whether it is fixed. Correct? Whether it is what? अभी have a look. Right? मार्जिनल में टू इम्पैक्ट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सेमी वेरिएबल हुआ ना, तो उसको वेरिएबल फिक्स्ड में डिवाइड कैसे करना, दैट इज द बेसिक पार्ट दैट वी हैव टू लर्न. करेक्ट? राइट? देन इफ इट इज अ स्टेप फिक्स कॉस्ट, करेक्ट, देन उस फिक्स कॉस्ट को कैसे हैंडल करने का. राइट? Those are the two important things, or two or three important things that we need to understand. If you understand that, then all CBP analysis जो भी होगा ना, CBP analysis, decision making, the whole decision making part का base lies in that part, right? ऐसा है. चलो then, चलो, यानी अगर मेरे को लिखना है टोटल कॉस्ट इज इक्वल टू टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट प्लस टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट. But variable cost has two components, correct? Number of units multiplied by variable cost per unit. Total fixed cost always fixed, right? Are you okay with this? अभी है ना ये नंबर ऑफ यूनिट में, राइट, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ वेरिएशन, राइट. अब सुनो, अगर आप सेल, इफ यू आर डूइंग सेल माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, सुन लो, राइट, सेल माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, विल यू यूज नंबर ऑफ यूनिट ऑफ सेल्स या प्रोडक्शन यूनिट? बोलो.
सेल्स.
सेल्स, बराबर है. बट इफ यू आर डूइंग टोटल कॉस्ट एंड प्रोडक्शन की चीजें, देन द नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स विल इट बी प्रोडक्शन और सेल्स?
प्रोडक्शन.
हाँ, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस, 99 नहीं 100% केसेस, राइट, जनरली सेल्स यूनिट ही आएगा, बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू डू व्हाट, सेल्स माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट गिव्स यू कंट्रीब्यूशन. समझ रहे हो? देयर कैन बी टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स, बट ओनली वन एंड द सेम थिंग क्या है, इधर जनरली सेल्स ही होगा. करेक्ट? because you are going to do what, sales minus variable cost. But if you are doing total cost basis and it is production based variable cost, सुनो अभी इसमें भी number of units में, correct, right? If it is a production based variable cost है, ठीक है, then what units will you use?
प्रोडक्शन.
But sales based variable cost है,
सेल्स.
बराबर है क्या? बट ये बहुत ही एडवांस एनालिसिस हो गया. बट इवन इफ यू आर एबल टू टेक अ व्यू ऑफ दिस, करेक्ट, तो हाफ वे वी आर देयर. व्हाट डू यू से कृष्णा? व्हाट डू यू से मनीषा? टेल मी.
Yes.
अब व्हेन यू लुक एट इट, श्रेया व्हाट डू यू से? नाउ व्हेन यू लुक एट
Yes.
पीएम अगेन, पूरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू अलग है क्या?
Yes.
दिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू इज डिफरेंट. आई हैव बीन टॉट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, करेक्ट, पूरा अलग है, राइट? So this is how it is, right? So based on total cost basis, ये number of units का criteria change होता रहेगा, right?
सर इट इज
That is,
गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन ना कि बेस्ड किस पे, प्रोडक्शन पे कि सेल्स पे?
अब देखो, मैं अगर आपको बोलूं सेलिंग प्राइस और सेलिंग कॉस्ट इज वेरिएबल सेलिंग ओवरहेड्स, अब आप किस पे बेस करोगे?
सेल्स।
या मैं बोलूं वेरिएबल ओवरहेड्स इज 10% ऑफ सेलिंग प्राइस, सेलिंग प्राइस पे
सेल्स।
बेस, राइट? जनरली नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स इनटू वेरिएबल, हाँ, वेरिएबल कॉस्ट पर यूनिट का कैलकुलेशन, राइट, द कॉस्ट पर यूनिट could be based on anything, right? Could be based on anything, but number of unit will depend on what the nature of variable cost is. आराम से, number of units will depend on what behavior, number of unit will be based on what? Sir, what is the function? Production, non-production. If it is non-production, sales units, production तो production units. समझ रहे हो? यानी सर आई एम मेकिंग दिस मोबाइल फोन, करेक्ट? यू हैव व्हाट? टेल मी कुछ डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट ऑफ स्क्रीन, स्क्रीन का कॉस्ट है, करेक्ट? स्क्रीन पेस्टिंग कॉस्ट, एग्जांपल, राइट? डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट है, राइट? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट और या ओवरहेड, चलो ओवरहेड की बात करते हैं। लेट्स से फॉर क्लीनिंग दिस मोबाइल, राइट, प्रोडक्शन हो गया, राइट? इन दैट प्रोडक्शन विदाउट द क्लीनिंग, क्या आगे प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो सकता, और इट कैनॉट बी पैक्ड, राइट? द क्लीनिंग कॉस्ट, राइट, यू कैन फाइंड पर यूनिट $1, राइट? इट इज बेस्ड ऑन नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, बट सुन लो, योर सेलिंग कॉस्ट पर यूनिट, selling, right, you do some advertisement or something of that sort, per unit you do some selling cost, that will be based on number of units sold. मैं ये बोलने की कोशिश, आई एम ट्राइंग टू व्हाट, गिव यू अ होलसम अप्रोच कि कैसे भी हो सकता है, करेक्ट? दैट इज हाउ थिंग्स वर्क आउट. आर यू ओके विद दिस? टेल मी. चल, टेक अ स्मॉल ब्रेक, वी विल कंटिन्यू आफ्टर द ब्रेक. ओके, चल, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 8:30, राइट? 8:47 तक आ जाओ. Chalo, quickly come back everyone. Can we start? Everybody, can we start?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, are you all back? Done? Kanji, done? Asmita? Milk, tea, coffee, whatever. What do you say, Shreya? Finally awake, right?
No, sir, I was awake at 5:30 only.
Okay.
And I took the bath and everything is done.
Badhiya, right? You woke up after me, right? I woke up at 5 because I had to take certain things today, so I had to figure out, right? Then I had to do exercise also. So सब करके we started the class. नहीं तो without that, starting the class is very difficult. Okay. चलो, Labdi is back. Manisha, ready for office? Manisha works somewhere, has a job, full-time job, right? Krishna back. Quickly, lad. Start. चलो आ जाओ. Variable cost, right? Now what I'm trying to say is, I'll give you one, what? Tell me, cost sheet kind of stuff, right? You try to understand whether it is a variable cost or a fixed cost, correct? Thoda sa cost sheet type of stuff I'll give you, right? Proper cost sheet that we have, right? आ जाओ जरा, write down example. ऐसा लिखो, wait. Amount in dollar per unit, right? And total amount in dollars, correct? Write down direct material, correct? $10. And total amount in dollars, $700,000. ठीक है? Direct labor, production overhead, machine cost, per unit तो आपके पास नहीं है, but you have $120,000. This is your production cost, total production costs. कितना है वो per unit का total नहीं, सिर्फ total निकालने का. How much is the total of this? Tell me. 1.45 million है क्या? देखो जरा.
Yes, sir.
total production cost, then non-production overheads, selling costs, 20% of sales. How much is 20% of sales? $10. 20% of sales means what? $2 per unit, right? And क्या है? $2 है ना? 140,000. Admin cost totality में $60,000 per unit, not available. Then tell me total cost. Tell me how much is total cost? बोलो बोलो. 14.5 or 1.45 million plus 140 plus 160. So $1.75 million. बराबर है. Calculate. A. Number of units produced or sold. How will you calculate number of units produced or sold? कैसा करेंगे? How many number of units are produced or sold? Tell me. अरे बाबू बाबा tension query. There is one long cut and one shortcut method to do this. See, अगर इधर ही प्रॉब्लम है तो सही है, ये लिए करेक्ट है. If there is problem here, this is the correct way to start variable and fixed cost. Number of unit कैसे निकालोगे? Think about it. See, wherever amount in dollar per unit is given, correct? These are what, variable or fixed cost? Think about it.
Variable.
Variable, right? And where per unit is not given are fixed costs, correct or not? So first. Therefore, total variable cost कितना है? आराम से पहले तो per unit निकालो. How much is total variable cost? 10 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2. बराबर है क्या? तो टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कितना है?
21.
21, करेक्ट. एंड टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट $18 कितना है? बोलो बोलो.
1590000.
क्या क्या क्या? 159
Double
00
zero.
00. 59 आएगा क्या? नहीं रे, 59 नहीं आएगा, कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ है.
1470.
हाँ 147 आ सकता है. 0000 वो भी. 1.47 million is what I want to say, right? तो therefore यूनिट्स कैसे निकालोगे? एक मिनट, व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला? एक मिनट, व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला? टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इन डॉलर्स. क्या है टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इन डॉलर्स का फॉर्मूला? टेल मी. प्रोडक्शन और सेल्स यूनिट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय व्हाट? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट पर यूनिट. बराबर है क्या? तो यू वांट टू फाइंड प्रोडक्शन और सेल्स. तो एक मिनट, टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इज हाउ मच? 1470000 is equal to x multiplied by what? $21. Therefore x is equal to how much?
70,000.
How much? 70,000 units. Array, but you had to go through all this procedure because you are following what? In your brain formula is working. अरे इधर ही निकाल लेते ना. See, $10 per unit direct material, and how much is the total amount in dollars?
700,000.
तो इसी से निकल जाता क्या? कोई भी एक वेरिएबल कॉस्ट लेते, डिवाइड करते तो आंसर आ जाता क्या? कंफ्यूज हो गए आप तो. व्हाट डू यू से लवदी? अस्मिता, व्हाट डू यू से? So is it required as a total variable cost nikalo, then divide by total variable cost per unit? Or sir, if it is variable, the amount or the units will have to be same. बराबर बोल रहा हूँ क्या? Tell me. What do you say, Krishna? This is the
Yes,
long
sir.
cut method. Taking total variable cost per unit, taking total variable cost, then dividing it, finding the number of units. Shortcut क्या था? Tell me. अरे सर 700,000 by 10 करते तो डायरेक्टली 70,000 आंसर आ जाता क्या? Tell me yes or no. Everybody,
Yes, sir.
right? Now आ जाओ. Calculate number of units produced or sold. चल, right? एक हो गया ये, right? उसके बाद हाँ, एक मिनट, right? B, make a cost sheet based on marginal costing. करेक्ट. अभी मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग में अगर कॉस्ट शीट बनाना है तो इट हैज टू बी टू पार्ट्स ओनली ऑफ द कॉस्ट. व्हाट आर द टू पार्ट्स? वेरिएबल, फिक्स्ड. टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट प्लस टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट, टोटल कॉस्ट. बराबर है. तो सारे वेरिएबल कॉस्ट एक के नीचे एक लिखो. आ जाओ. डायरेक्ट मटेरियल पर यूनिट $10, 700,000. करेक्ट. डायरेक्ट लेबर कितना है बाबा? हाउ मच पर यूनिट? टेल मी. 4 ना रे, और $5 कितना? 350,000. Correct. Then next variable cost is what? In the question, have a look. You have written the question. Tell me. Next variable cost क्या है? प्रोडक्शन या नॉन प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट? टेल मी. प्रोडक्शन ओवरहेड है या डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट है? टेल मी. प्रोडक्शन ओवरहेड है भाई. व्हाट इज द प्रोडक्शन ओवरहेड? मशीनिंग कॉस्ट. हाउ मच इज इट? $4. हाउ मच इज इट? 280,000. बराबर है क्या? लास्ट बट नॉट द लिस्ट, you have the non-production overheads. What is that? Tell me. Selling cost.
Selling cost.
$2. करेक्ट. एक मिनट, मैंने क्या लिखा है? एक मिनट, सॉरी. 20% ऑफ सेल्स नहीं बाबा, 20% ऑफ डायरेक्ट मटेरियल लिखो. वो गलती हो गया मेरा. आई एम सॉरी फॉर दैट. 20% ऑफ डायरेक्ट मटेरियल, राइट? जनरली डायरेक्ट मटेरियल नहीं होता, बट जस्ट फॉर what fun purposes I had given that. Okay, $2, right? $2, $140,000. तो how much is the total variable cost? Tell me. Per unit कितना है? $21. 147,000. Then add all the fixed cost. ये है total variable cost. Fixed cost बोलो कैसा करेंगे? fixed cost. Two fixed costs are there. One production fixed cost या production overhead. क्या है भाई बाबा प्रोडक्शन ओवरहेड्स में?
Other cost.
टोटलिटी में 120 या कितना? 120 है ना रे बाबा? टेल मी. एंड विच कॉस्ट इज इट? टेल मी. मशीनिंग और व्हाट कॉस्ट हैड गिवन? अदर कॉस्ट. अदर प्रोडक्शन ओवरहेड्स. करेक्ट. ठीक है. इन नॉन प्रोडक्शन ओवरहेड्स एडमिन कॉस्ट 160,000. करेक्ट. तो टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट कितना है? टेल मी.
1.75 million.
टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट पहले 280,000. करेक्ट. एंड देन यू से व्हाट? दिस इज ए, दिस इज बी. करेक्ट. And you will say what? Total costs. कितना आएगा वो total cost? 170 something you calculated, no? Tell me.
1.75 million.
Okay. 175. This is A plus B. That means, am I clear? All what variable cost will be added, may it be production, non-production, any type of, right? But if I told you that first find out how much is total production variable cost, क्या बोल रहा हूं? Production variable cost. How would you find out? Tell me. Production variable cost. Would you add this direct material in production variable cost? Yes or no?
Yes.
Would you add direct labor?
हाँ.
Would you add production machine hours in or overheads of machine hours in total production variable cost?
No.
तो फिर मैडम किधर ऐड करोगे प्रोडक्शन के ओवरहेड्स प्रोडक्शन में नहीं तो कहाँ ऐड करोगे? टेल मी. आई एम सेइंग टोटल प्रोडक्शन
Yes.
वेरिएबल
Yes.
कॉस्ट. डिड आई से टोटल प्रोडक्शन डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट? मैं बोलता अगर टोटल प्रोडक्शन डायरेक्ट वेरिएबल कॉस्ट तो कौन से आते? ऊपर
Direct
के.
material, direct labor.
हाँ, if I say total production variable costs, correct, means what? 10 plus 5 plus 4 or 700, 350 plus 280. Now if I say total non-production variable cost, total non-production variable cost, $2. And if I say fixed production overheads, 120,000, fixed non-production overheads, 180,000. बराबर है क्या? But when you're doing CVP analysis, you have to add all of them together. अभी प्रॉब्लम यही होता है, you don't know the fine line difference between all the three that is there, correct? इसको कभी कभी टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट को टोटल मार्जिनल कॉस्ट भी बोलते हैं, राइट? इसको टोटल मार्जिनल कॉस्ट भी बोलते कभी कभी. दिस ए वाला पार्ट, नो, नॉट ओनली टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, टोटल मार्जिनल कॉस्ट, राइट? क्यों मार्जिनल बोलते हैं मालूम है क्या? राइट? See, once let's say 21 is something that is going to be the cost. Now, if I want to make this bottle, correct? 21 is something that will be what used in making this bottle, correct? So now, example, if I'm selling this for $50, how much? $50, right? Out of which, sir, 21 तो making में ही चला जाएगा, right? 21 तो making में ही चला जाएगा, right? That means, sir, I have a margin of $21, sir. At least I have to do. Can the sale price be less than $21?
No.
Correct. So, sir, my sale price has to be minimum 21. That much margin, so I should keep. Correct or not? And sir, if I am selling it for $50, right? Example, don't write it. $50. Then, sir, making only $21 direct cost, or sir, as per the making, one bottle I make, no sir, 50 divided or 50 minus 21, 30 or 29 will be the amount left with me after selling one bottle, sir. Correct or not? Which then can be used for other expenses, other overheads or fixed overheads. Sir, $29, sir, and I am selling, let's say 10,000. अभी कितना 70,000 था ना? 100,000, sir. 100,000 units, 1 minute. Right? Therefore, how much will be left आफ्टर मेकिंग? देखो, $50 का सेल, राइट? $21 का खर्चा. हाउ मच विल बी लेफ्ट इन माय पॉकेट आफ्टर सेलिंग 100,000 यूनिट्स? टेल मी. $50 income, right? I sold 100,000 units, correct? And for that making, I spent 100,000 into 21. तो कुछ ऐसा आएगा क्या? आई विल लुक. $50 million, राइट? और कुछ $21 million ऐसे आएगा ना रे? 100,000 किया तो टेल मी. ये देखो जरा एक बार, लुक एट द जीरोस. बराबर है क्या जीरोस? देखो जरा. सो हाउ मच विल बी लेफ्ट इन माय पॉकेट? सर 29 million, करेक्ट है? हैव अ लुक. ये 5 zeros ना, तो 2.9 million आएगा ना. वेट, 5 million ये कितना आएगा निकालो. 15 to 100,000 बोलो.
Yes, sir. 5 million, 2.1
5
million,
zero
2.9
आएंगे
million.
सर.
5 zeros बराबर है क्या, या 6 zeros आएंगे. नहीं 6 zeros आएंगे ना, बराबर है. 5 million, 2.1 million, करेक्ट, एंड 2.9 million, राइट. अभी थोड़ा थिंक अबाउट इट. ओके,
1 zero more in 29.
एक और जीरो बराबर है ना रे. हाँ,
Hmm.
2.9 million. Now what I'm trying to say is, now how much the total fixed cost then? Tell me. Fixed cost कितना है? 2 point कितना है? 8 million. ये बराबर है ना 2.8 million टोटलिटी में, या ये कुछ गड़बड़ है? बोलो इधर जरा. ये 280,000 है या 2.8 million है? टेल मी. 280,000 है ना रे, बोलो. जस्ट चेक वंस. 120 and 160 we should do, no? 120 and 160 दिया ना ऊपर. Just check once. 120, 160. How much is it, Baba? 280,000, no?
280.
So now,
Yes, sir.
sir, 2.9 million is remaining in my pocket, out of which I have expense of only how much? Tell me. 280 million. क्या 280,000, whatever. 280,000. Sir, how much is my profit? So, can I say, sir, contribution is nothing but something that will be left in my pocket after making the product that I am making or service that I am providing. Like for me, when I give you admission, right, whatever is the fees, correct, उसमें से 500 rupees to 1,000 rupees, right, I get a cost of around what, 500 to 1,000 rupees for giving you recordings. Recording जो है आपका, right, per student, right, for 1 year, twice viewing the recordings, correct. उसके लिए I give you the recordings, उसके लिए there is a cost that is involved. उसके ऊपर का जो भी cost है, directly is my gross profit, correct or not, or is my contribution. Per student 7,500 or 6,500. Last quarter we had 6,500. This year, this quarter 7,500. Correct. Minus 1,000, so cost is going to be there. 6,500 will be nothing but for my fixed cost. Correct. Whatever. Obviously, my cost, my per hour cost is also to be deducted from there. That will also be a direct cost. But abhi for a minute, forget it. Correct. ऐसा सोचो कि 7,500, 1,000 giving you what? Recording. 6,500 is what? The contribution. And if I sell it to 10 students, so 6,500 into how much? Tell me. Will I get in my pocket? 65,000. उसमें से let's say this electricity ये वो 10-20,000 का bill है. Can I attribute electricity that I use to per student? सोचो. नहीं. So that is what I'm trying to say, right? But now, instead of 10 students, if I do 20 students, how much contribution will I have in my pocket? 6,500 contribution per student, but now 20 students. कितना होगा? 1,30,000, correct? But will my electricity cost and everything will also increase? No. Electricity cost and everything remains the same. बराबर बोल रहा हूँ क्या? Have a look at it. Makes sense or does not make sense, right? So can I say variable cost is a fixed per unit, right? But will change if sales volume changes. Fixed cost, suno, right, will always be fixed in totality irrespective of number of units. क्या बोलती है जनता? आ जाओ जरा इधर. Now we'll do what? Let's do one thing, correct? अभी इसी वाले क्वेश्चन में, right? If I give you one thing, if write down below this, if selling price is suno 20% of total marginal cost. Selling price is, एक मिनट ऐसा मत लिखो. If selling price मत लिखो, if profit, per unit is 20% of total marginal या variable cost. Therefore, calculate selling price per unit. A. चलो, therefore selling price per unit कितना आएगा? Tell me. बोलो. एक मिनट. प्रॉफिट टोटल मार्जिनल कॉस्ट. एक मिनट गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. एक मिनट. कट दिस. छोड़ दो. डायरेक्ट सेलिंग प्राइस देता हूँ. आ जाओ. इफ selling price is $35 per unit, correct? Calculate contribution, comma, profits. चल करते क्या? Therefore sales कितना होगा? $35 per unit. And have you already found out number of units? Tell me. How much are number of units? बोलो. Number of units कितने?
70,000.
70,000. This into 70,000. How much is the sale? Tell me. 35 units. $35 per unit into $7,000. 7,000 units है ना? Sorry. Units. Tell me. How much is the total sales? बोलो. 35 into 70,000.
2.45 million.
How much? 2.45. So can I write 245,000? Correct. Minus variable cost कितना है? Variable cost is how much per unit? $21 per unit. Already निकाला है आपने. Just doing it to keep it in perspective. How much is variable cost then? Tell me. बोलो. How much is variable cost? 145.
1.47.
1.47. So $147,000. चल बोलो. How much is it? Then how much is contribution? बोलो. Contribution
908.
per unit कितना है? Tell me contribution if I ask you per unit. Can you find contribution per unit? Tell me. See, 35 is the sales, 21 is the variable cost per unit. How much is the contribution? हाँ, ये भी तो है. So is contribution dependent on number of units? Tell me. 35 minus 21 into 70,000. ये भी एक फॉर्मूला है. और this minus this is also one formula. So 245,000 245,000 minus 147,000 कितना है? How much is this? और 14 into what? 70,000 और 245,000 minus 147,000. How much, Baba? Tell me.
980,000.
980,000. Correct. Right. Then from contribution you deduct the fixed cost, total fixed cost. Now can I do some per unit into 70,000 unit वगैरह? या fixed cost is fixed irrespective of what? Number of units. ठीक है. Fixed cost. बोलो.
Fixed.
How much?
280,000.
कितना? 280,000.
280.
So how much is the profit? बोलो.
700,000.
700,000. Okay with it? चल उसके आगे बोलो. Calculate profit at 50,000 units and at 90,000 units. चलो करते क्या, आ जाओ quickly. Can we make a small table out of it? आ जाओ जरा. I'll say all the three: 50,000, 70 और 90. चलो सेल्स कितना आएगा? टेल मी. सेल्स एट $35 पर यूनिट. बोलो कितना आएगा? बोलो बोलो.
17.5.
17.5 million. Correct, no? 17.5 million or 1.75 million?
Sorry, sir. 1.75 million.
हाँ, 1.75 million. Then 70 पे already we have calculated. How much is it? Tell me. बराबर ना? 2.45 million. 90 पे how much? ये बराबर है?
3.15 million.
Everybody? What do you say? Any problem? Variable cost. चलो. पर यूनिट कितना है? टेल मी. $35 into 50,000. कितना? ये 35 नहीं,
1.05.
सॉरी 21.
सर 21 होगा ना.
21. बोलो.
1.05 million.
Okay. Go ahead. This, so you have calculated how much is this, Baba? Tell me.
1.47.
47 million. Then last, this one is how much, Baba? 21 into 9, 180, 189, 1.89 million. कुछ तो? Tell me. Then how much is contribution in each scenario? कितना है बाबा ये? 700,000 ना? How much is this? This we calculated, no? Somewhere 980,000. ये कितना है बाबा? Last one. How much?
1.26 million.
Minus fixed cost. अरे अभी fixed cost का what we will do? Tell me. Fixed cost, will it change in every scenario? Tell me. Or will it remain same?
Same.
Fixed cost
Same.
Remains same.
remain same. कितना है भाई? 280,000. 280,000. 280,000. Correct. So how much is profit in each scenario? Tell me. Profit. इसका कितना है? 420,000. इसका कितना है? 700,000. Last, how much is it, Baba? Tell me. बराबर है क्या? Have a look. Make sense or does not make sense? Okay, makes sense. Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
अब फिक्स कॉस्ट की जगह पे मेक वन स्टार. राइट नोट. Fixed cost is a period cost. and has attributes of being based on capacity. Capacity मतलब क्या? Tell me. Now see, if you had production in this case, right? When I say 90,000, the basic assumption that you took that fixed cost will remain the same. But if I had told you that 70,000 was the maximum capacity where fixed cost of 280,000 could operate, what am I saying? That 70,000 is the maximum capacity on which 70,000 units is the maximum capacity on which this 280,000 fixed cost works on. If I want to go above that, extra incremental fixed cost of 100,000 would have to be employed. In that case, would your fixed cost be a normal fixed cost or be a step fixed cost above 70,000?
Step fixed cost.
क्या बोलती है जनता? Tell
Step
me.
fixed cost.
Now are you okay with step fixed cost? Tell me. So fixed cost is a
Yes.
period cost and has attributes of being based on capacity. In the above example, we have assumed fixed cost to be appropriate और to be appropriate के जगह पे fixed cost to be constant at all production or sales level. Correct? Full stop. But if the capacity was only 70,000 units and at additional capacity of extra 50,000 units, fixed cost would increase by $150,000. Incremental fixed cost. You could say what? Another name is incremental fixed cost. Recalculate profit. So chalo, let's recalculate profit at 90,000 units. चलेगा? Tell me. ऐसे करता हूं, देखो ओल्ड करेक्ट and 90,000 units new. Old तो already we have done. Tell me. Selling price या sales directly लिख देता हूं, ठीक है? Sales at old. See, everything else is going to be same. Sales कितना होगा old में new में, both they are going to be same. Tell me how much you copied from above. Tell me how much is the sales दोनों में sales how much is it? बोलो.
3.15 million.
Minus variable cost. Same variable cost from up above. Tell me how much is that? कितना है बाबा?
1.89.
189,000 189,000. Right. Then contribution is also same. This is $35 per unit. This is $21 per unit. Contribution is $14 per unit. कितना आएगा बाबा ये? Tell me.
1.26.
Minus, but fixed cost. Old में how much was fixed cost? 280,000. But now it is gone to how much? Tell me. New में
Increased by 150,000.
increased by 150,000, so it will be how much? 330,000. Correct. How much is
430. 430.
Yes, sir.
how much? 430. Okay. 430,000. बराबर है. So how much is it, Baba? This minus this. कितना था ये? 980,000. And how much is it here? बोलो.
830,000.
830 है.
Hmm.
Now do one thing. Open up Excel. Can you open up Excel? I'll also open up Excel. Is the Excel visible to you?
Yes, sir.
सबसे पहला कॉलम डालो इसमें नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स. क्या डालोगे? नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स. आई वांट टू शो यू समथिंग. ठीक है, डालो सेल्स या सेल्स एट $20 पर यूनिट. ये एक काम करो, अभी $35 था ना, टेक $35. ठीक है. देन यू हैव वेरिएबल कॉस्ट एट $21 पर यूनिट. उसके बाद फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट डालो, एक फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट. ठीक है. देन डालो टोटल कॉस्ट. देन डालो प्रॉफिट्स. एक बीच में कंट्रीब्यूशन भी डालना पड़ेगा. कंट्रीब्यूशन एट $14 पर यूनिट. ठीक है क्या? टेल मी. आ जाओ. कैन वी गो ahead? Now let's say 10,000 units. The same thing we did there. If I had to do sales 35, how much would be the sales? Tell me. 35. Variable cost. This into 21. Everybody is there with me, or are you left behind? Bolo bolo. There with me. Contribution will be how much? This minus this. What do you say? Tell me. Okay. Okay. Fixed cost. How much did we have the fixed cost there? Can you tell me? Fixed cost कितना है उधर? How much? 280,000. Will this be fixed up to 70,000? Will it be fixed? Tell me. Capacity 70,000 है. Correct. Total cost is how much? Variable plus fixed cost. बराबर है ना? 490,000. Profit is how much? Tell me. How do you find profit? Contribution minus fixed cost. अभी प्रॉफिट नेगेटिव में है क्या? टेल मी. बोलो. इज प्रॉफिट नेगेटिव? चलो. नाउ कैन वी इंक्रीज? नाउ सी if you have put up all these formulas correct, right, then if I do this sir, plus 5,000, right? From here up to, let's say 70,000 तक जाते हैं, up till here, correct? 70,000 is our capacity. Tell me yes or no. बराबर है क्या? And then if I populate it, correct? Control C करके if I paste it, तो everything should get copy pasted. देख लो जरा. Are you getting? देखो जरा एक मिनट. Are you getting this? Are you able to understand or not able to understand? आ जाओ जरा. Make sense or does not make sense? Labdi, what do you say, beta? Did you do this? Asmita, could you do this? Excel पे Krishna, Shreya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Asmita. Or some problem with some, you want to see any formula? See this into 35, this into 21. Contribution is what? Sales minus contribution. Fixed cost we have written by hand 280,000, correct? Total cost we are saying what? Variable plus fixed, correct? And then profit is what? Tell me. Contribution minus the fixed cost. Or you could also do profit what? Sales minus total cost. Both will work. Tell me. Bolo bolo. Right. Now what I'm trying to say is select this full. Have you selected this? Tell me. Done. ऐसा इधर से लेफ्ट से नंबर ऑफ यूनिट पे फर्स्ट वेट कीप योर कर्सर राइट ऑन नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स राइट एंड देन सिलेक्ट द होल पार्ट ऐसे. इज एवरीबॉडी एबल टू सिलेक्ट दिस राइट? अब चलो इंसर्ट में कीप इट सिलेक्टेड. सिलेक्टेड रख के इंसर्ट में चलो. अभी यू हैव वन व्हाट लाइन चार्ट दिख रहा है क्या? ये देखो ऐसे इसमें ना एक इंसर्ट स्कैटर एक्स वाई और बबल चार्ट ऐसा वाला पार्ट है. आर यू एबल टू सी इट? टेल मी. उसमें देयर इज दिस काइंड ऑफ डायग्राम दिख रहा है क्या? दिस काइंड ऑफ डायग्राम, कैन यू सी इट?
Yes.
राइट. once I put my cursor here, it is making something. उधर नीचे it is doing something. Correct or not? Tell me. तो press on this, you will have a chart ready. Overlap हो रहा है तो इसको साइड में रख दो. Correct? आ जाओ जरा. Is it visible? Are you getting the same type of chart type? बोलो. इधर डाल दो. Chart title could be PM September 2025. Just for fun, I'm putting it. Okay. Are you okay with this? Bolo. Now there are so many things that are going on in this, right? एक एक करके एनालाइज करते हैं, right? Can we analyze one by one? Tell me. चलूं मैं?
Yes, sir.
If you are okay, then I'll go ahead. Okay. Now see if you can analyze, right? Blue line sales का है. Now see if I had added one more here, ठीक है? एक रो ऐड करता हूं इधर. जीरो पे क्या होता? टेल मी. 1 मिनट या 5,000. वेट. वन मोर रो आई ऐड हियर. करेक्ट. 0 यूनिट्स. ठीक है. सेल्स तो 0 होता है एट 0 यूनिट्स. वेरिएबल कॉस्ट वुड इट बी, सी इफ यू आर नॉट मेकिंग एनी कंपोनेंट, विल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट बी इनकर्ड और नॉट बी इनकर्ड एट ऑल? टेल मी. बोलो.
Not good.
Not incurred at all. Variable cost, will it be incurred if you have no production? See, if I don't make this bottle only, will there be any this, what do you say, cost? Tell me. No. Okay. So variable cost would be 0. Contribution will also be 0. But sir, I have taken the factory, but I have not done any production. But will the fixed cost appear irrespective of whether you make the units or don't make the units? Tell me. The fixed cost to 280,000 hota, sir. Correct. Total cost would be what? Have a look. Total 280,000. Profits would be what? Negative 280,000. Correct. Now 5,000 पे do the same thing. यही copy paste 5,000 पे करो. Have a look. Make sense? देख लो एक बार. कोई प्रॉब्लम? हाँ, अभी what I'll do? is this. You could click, right click on it, right? Select data में चलो, select data, correct? एक मिनट, वेट, हाँ, यार चार्ट डेटा रेंज देख रहे हो ना, चार्ट डेटा रेंज को चेंज करो, राइट फ्रॉम ईयर अप टिल एंड, 2 लाइन ऐड की ना, अप टिल एंड, ओके कर दो. नाउ इज इट एडेड ईयर? देखो जरा, जीरो से सब कुछ ऐड हुआ है क्या? देख लो. आर यू एबल टू सी ऑल दिस? टेल मी.
Yes.
नाउ कैन वी एनालाइज दिस वन बाय वन? चलो आ जाओ. दिस इज द सेल्स लाइन, ये रहा डार्क ब्लू. हैव अ लुक एट सेल्स. इट वाज 0 एंड इंक्रीजिंग 175,000 वगैरह. करेक्ट और नॉट? इंक्रीजिंग ट्रेंड, बराबर है. देख लो एक बार, राइट. देन यू हैव व्हाट? टेल मी द वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, ये वाला लाइन. सी, फोकस ऑन दिस लाइन एंड दिस लाइन, ये रेड वाला, ये और ये, राइट. फॉर अ सेकेंड, इफ आई डिलीट दिस, ठीक है, देखो जरा क्या दिख रहा है. सी, दिस इज द सेल्स लाइन, हैव अ लुक, ये सेल्स लाइन है. दिस इज द वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. इफ यू आस्क मी, दिस इज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन, ये जो एरिया है ना, करेक्ट, this area A, B and C, this area that is there, ये area, this is nothing but sales minus variable cost contribution. और सर क्या बोल रहे हो? देखो जरा यूनिट्स पे फोकस करो, एक मिनट. डू वी हैव द यूनिट 70,000? व्हाट इज दिस फिक्स कॉस्ट? फिक्स्ड अप टू 70,000. एंड कैन यू सी समवेयर एट 15,000, 15,000, correct? What is happening at 15,000? Tell me. वेरिएबल कॉस्ट लाइन, ये जो ऐसा जा रहा है, एंड फिक्स कॉस्ट लाइन आर मीटिंग, मीन्स व्हाट? सर कंट्रीब्यूशन इज इक्वल टू फिक्स कॉस्ट एट 15,000. देखो जरा, कंट्रीब्यूशन और फिक्स कॉस्ट सेम है क्या? हैव अ लुक. एट व्हाट वैल्यू इज कंट्रीब्यूशन एंड फिक्स कॉस्ट द सेम? ये, हैव अ लुक, fixed cost and contribution are the same. That means, sir, whatever we are selling, sir, 15,000 units the minimum you have to sell, right, to create some what profitability, or come at a no profit no loss situation. To come at what? Tell me. No profit no loss situation. So एक मिनट, ये जो पॉइंट है, what will I tell this point? What is this point? बोलो.
Break even point.
ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट. और अभी के लिए what is it? No profit
No profit, no loss.
no loss. No profit no loss. ए बाबा क्या हो गया? Are you okay with no profit no loss? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
This is no profit no loss line, right? ए what happened? अरे सब गायब, सेव नहीं हुआ. ए, सब डिलीट, ऐसा कैसे हुआ? आए, हाँ, here, wait, again I'll delete all the line. Sales रखते, वेरिएबल कॉस्ट रखते, फिक्स कॉस्ट रखते. आई एम डिलीटिंग ऑल अदर लाइंस. हाँ, यही था ना रे? टेल मी. हाँ,
सर स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हुई.
स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रही? ओके मैडम, नाउ इज इट शेयरिंग? देखो जरा, एवरीबॉडी देयर विथ मी? हाँ, चलो. तो जिधर ये फिक्स कॉस्ट, करेक्ट, यू ऑल्सो डिलीट ऑल अदर लाइंस फर्स्ट, करेक्ट. देख लो, ये जो लाइन है समवेयर एट 15,000 यूनिट्स, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, कैन यू टेल मी? इस पॉइंट को क्या बोलेंगे? नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस. इज एवरीबॉडी ओके विद दिस? टेल मी. कोई प्रॉब्लम इसमें? वेर एवर फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट लाइन, राइट, एंड वेरिएबल कॉस्ट लाइन इज मीटिंग. अब सबसे पहले एक मिनट, वी आर डन दिस. ए, बी और सी. व्हाट इज दिस एरिया? टेल मी.
Contribution.
Everybody, what is this contribution? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
अरे यार, why did I do Control Z यार? वापस जाएगा वो सब. हाँ. Contribution. This is called what? Contribution. So I will write. You also write. What? You don't have to write. आप लिखो कि ये Excel आप पास देखना. So below I am writing notes. Okay. Notes. Right. Area A, B and C और A, B, C जो भी लिखना है is contribution. Correct. अब देखो, I'll name it. This is D. Okay. Properly. This is, let's say, D. Okay. ये D है, right? तो चलो आ जाओ. अब मैं बोलूं, एक मिनट, बिफोर दिस ऑल्सो, लाइन ए, ठीक है, लाइन ए इज व्हाट? सेल्स या क्या है? बोलो बोलो. लाइन ए, ये जो जा रही है 0 से
Sales.
A, दिस इज सेल्स.
Sales.
करेक्ट. लाइन ए इज सेल्स. बी इज व्हाट? टेल मी. बी तो नहीं,
Variable cost.
सी लाइन है. एक मिनट, नहीं, सी की लाइन है ना. सी लाइन जो ऐसी जा रही है. बी तो पॉइंट है 0 का. करेक्ट. तो सी इज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. करेक्ट. ए बी सी इज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन. करेक्ट. एक मिनट, सी. उसके बाद लाइन डी क्या है? डी. इधर नीचे लिखिए, देखो डी. व्हाट इज दिस डी? बोलो.
Fixed cost.
फिक्स कॉस्ट. करेक्ट. ए बी सी इज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन. आर यू ओके विथ ए बी सी इज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन? देखो जरा. एनी प्रॉब्लम? कोई टेंशन? टेल मी. Here, right? See, if you do it by your own and delete those lines, will it be better? Tell me. सोचो जरा एक सेकंड के लिए. Tell me. But this is now going to be used every time. हाँ. थोड़ा one more step I will go ahead. Right? This area, no? थोड़ा I will have to zoom into it. ये जो एरिया है ना, ये छोटू सा एरिया, राइट, दैट इज, लेट्स से, इसको मैं नाम देता हूं. करेक्ट. बी, ये है, डी दे दिया ना, ई, एंड इसको बोलते हैं एफ. करेक्ट. तो बी ई एफ इज व्हाट? कंट्रीब्यूशन और लॉस? टेल मी.
Loss.
क्या है? एक
Loss.
मिनट. सर एनालाइज करने दो. करेक्ट. एट 0, 50 और वट एवर 500,000, इधर 280,000 है सर. 280,000 लॉस है. करेक्ट. देन सर, एज द यूनिट्स इंक्रीज एट 5,000 सर, राइट, 5,000 आगे जाके 15,000 सर पे प्रॉफिट आ रहा है. बराबर है क्या? देखो जरा ये एरिया, या मैं ऐसा बोलू, हैव अ लुक, दिस फुल एरिया इज लॉस. एफ, उसके बाद आई विल पुट अप जी. G यानी BEG is full loss area. Tell me, up to 15,000 do you have losses? Just check once. Up to 15,000 do you have losses? Just a second.
Yes, sir.
So have a look. B, G and E is loss area. बराबर है क्या? ये G वाला एरिया है कि नहीं है लॉस? दैट इज माय क्वेश्चन. टेल मी. एक मिनट. ये व्हाट हैपेंड? अरे यार, एक मिनट. विच एरिया इज लॉस? विच एरिया इज प्रॉफिट? बोलो.
E और F loss. G is no profit, no loss.
नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस, वो तो पॉइंट हो गया. नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस. माय क्वेश्चन टू यू इज विच इज लॉस एरिया? ये एक मिनट. BEG इज लॉस एरिया और BEF इज लॉस एरिया. मतलब दिस इज लॉस एरिया.
B, E, F.
ये देखो, ये इतना लॉस एरिया है और इज इट फुल दिस मच? माय क्वेश्चन टू यू. बोलो बोलो. क्या लगता है लब्धि? ये तो एमए में किया है ना? टेल मी. व्हाट डू यू से? अरे बट सर, आता किसको है? करेक्ट है ना?
B, E, F.
BF. देन व्हाट इज दिस FBG एरिया? FBG. FBG एरिया क्या है? बोलो. एक मिनट. प्रॉफिट की लाइन वापस लेके आओ क्या इन फिगर? टेल मी. लब्धि, क्या हो गया? अस्मिता, व्हाट हैपेंड? कृष्णा, व्हाट इज लॉस एरिया? व्हाट इज दैट ट्राइंगल FBG? और आर यू डन फॉर टुडे? टेल मी. बोलो बोलो.
Sir, put the profit line.
Should I put the profit line? Tell me
Yes, sir.
everybody. Should I put the profit line? आजा. चलो, include the profit line. एक मिनट. Now we will do what? We will put up new graph. Same thing, new graph, but with profit line. चलेगा क्या? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
See, this is how you analyze things. Okay. अगर तुम बोलोगे that sir ऐसा कैसा? Correct or not? आ जाओ. Can I take this below? आ जाओ. What I have to delete from here? बोलो. क्या निकालू? टेल मी.
Total cost.
टोटल कॉस्ट निकाल देता हूँ. ये ब्लू वाली लाइन रखू क्या? ये निकाल दो ना. ये क्या है? टोटल कॉस्ट निकाल दो. राइट. और क्या निकालो? फिक्स कॉस्ट तो रखो. प्रॉफिट बराबर है ना? क्या निकालना पड़ेगा? सेल्स, वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, कंट्रीब्यूशन भी निकाल देता हूँ. करेक्ट. हाँ. अब बोलो, प्रॉफिट वाला एरिया कौन सा है? टेल मी. इससे प्रॉफिट से समझ में आने वाला है क्या प्रॉफिट वाला एरिया? हैव अ लुक. विच इज द प्रॉफिट एरिया? बोलो. टेल मी. अरे सर, और कंफ्यूज कर दिया आपने तो. बराबर है क्या? प्रॉफिट की लाइन आने से प्रॉफिट का एरिया कौन सा है समझ में आ रहा है क्या?
40,000 से above वाला profit है.
40,000 से अबव वाला प्रॉफिट है. अरे मैं तो लॉस एरिया पूछा मैडम आपको, मैंने प्रॉफिट एरिया पूछा क्या? माय क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट? सिंपल एंड स्वीट. टुडेज होमवर्क. राइट. सर, दिस एरिया इज लॉस एरिया और दिस फुल एरिया इज लॉस एरिया. बराबर है क्या? हैव अ लुक. और इसको अगर इफ आई वांट टू जूम इन, everybody, ये वाला area, see in red that I am marking. What do you say, Krishna? This is the area or this total area in blue that I am marking, correct? Is loss area, is my question. What do you say, everybody?
Sir, full area is loss area.
Full area is loss area. ठीक है, आज का होमवर्क बोल के लेते हैं क्या? अस्मिता, what do you say? Tell me. At least have you drawn this, plotted this properly? Tell me. Today's
Yes,
homework,
sir.
which is the loss area? ठीक है. Will you be able to find out? Labdi, what do you say, बेटा? आज का homework, tell me. चल, go through this. Okay. We have to what? Tell me. We will meet tomorrow. We will go through this tomorrow. Today challenge for you. Which is the profit area? देखो, एक तो break even और no profit no loss. Are you okay with that line of no profit no loss? Labdi, Asmita, Manisha, Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. तो टुडे लॉस एरिया और प्रॉफिट एरिया उसको कैसा प्लॉट करेंगे वो देखेंगे. करेक्ट. कैन वी रैप इट अप फॉर टुडे? टेल मी गाइस. वी विल मीट टुमारो. टुमारो वी गो इनटू मोर डिटेल्स ऑफ दिस एंड देन वी स्टार्ट सीवीपी एनालिसिस. सीवीपी एनालिसिस स्टार्ट हो चुका है. करेक्ट. विद दिस ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट, अभी थोड़ी देर में ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट का नेक्स्ट टुमारो वी विल हैव अ फॉर्मूला एंड सो ऑन वी विल गो अहेड. Okay then guys, can we wrap it up for today? We will meet tomorrow 7 a.m. Till then, bye bye. Take care of your health. Bye.
Thank
Yes, bye.